All right, we have a 2001.
I think it's a 01. I honestly forgot the year.
Well, it doesn't matter. It's a Mustang, and this is our first customer car. We're gonna be fixing it. It's gonna be a lot of work. It's extremely dirty. The guy uses it for work. He's got it.
Yep. For the fresh off.
Yeah, I noticed it's missing the hood scoop as well.
Yep.
Um,
No. She's a work car. She's a work beater. But he takes good care of it. He's invested in it, and he wants to do everything he can to make sure it stays on the road for as long as possible. So that's what we're gonna help him with.
yeah, he's paying us a lot of money to take care of it, so clearly he cares for it.
Yeah, definitely. So we're gonna give this thing a full refresh, front to back, inside and out, engine outside the car, differential service, brakes, every fucking fluid. Oh, it's gonna be a wiring. Well, luckily, you know, he knows how to do it all. We know how to do it all. And granted, all things considered,
Those pedals are pretty atrocious, I'm not gonna lie.
all things considered, she's fairly mint. This is like
It's
an
just
unmolested
bone stock.
Yeah, it's an unmolested example that was driven. So
How many miles are on it again?
I think right now it's at about 120 something. You got it when it was 80K or so.
Cool.
Well, she's due for chain guides. But it sounded real healthy coming off the truck.
It did, I agree.
So
Yeah, time to drive it home.
yes, sir.
That's my job. Oh my god, misfiring like fucking crazy. The property line's right there.
All right, I'm gonna go climb out the other side now. This car just got here from, if you read the plate, Texas, like a couple days ago. And no, it's not my car. No, I didn't get another Mustang. Y'all should know me better than that. I'm not gonna get another Vert after my first trauma. There's a fucking tree! But this car is going to be spending a couple months with me to get some much needed love and help. So it's an automatic, and it's 130,000 mile, like 2002 GT, very well cared for. But I've had somebody seek out my specific services with taking it from well cared for to completely refreshed. So a full underneath and inside restoration is about to occur on this car, and it'll be being my guest for the time being. And we're going to start with the interior. Yes. All American car wash. Oh, you're due. Alright, I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna pull the passenger window.
advertising.
I'm gonna pull the passenger window up real quick. And if you want to grab the hose from the side.
The hose?
The hose.
I know where to find hose. Post cleaning. So we found something.
So the hood latch cable is snapped inside of there, and normally you can grab the snapped steel braid with a pair of pliers and just yank it and get the hood to pop, except it's just, I think the sleeving has separated from the steel cable, so when you pull it, you're just yanking the sleeving through the car. But I found this deep in here, which is likely the hood latch cable, so I imagine if I grab that and just...
I think it's gotta be, yep.
There it goes. I've done this too many times in my day. Two valves. Now, this car is getting a whole lot, top to bottom, but we have a to-do list for the inside to start with. That being, the owner replaced the heater core, and in the process, apparently some of the wiring seems to be very unhappy. Of the 4 windows on this car, only the passenger works. The convertible top does not actuate on its own. We've got a busted hood latch cable, some missing interior trim panels, and the ignition, the key is stuck in the cylinder. The ignition cylinder will not turn to the off position. It is seized in there. So there's a cable that runs behind the dash that connects the column to the shifter, and my belief is that that cable got kinked when the dashboard was removed for a heater core. So I'm about to gut the whole interior. Dashboard, center console, all the seats, all the trim panels, door panel, everything is about to come out of this car.
Very nice. Reminds a lot more DIY than this. And then this is absolutely obliterated. What's up on video? There you go.
Still recording? Okay.
Oh, I'm recording on.
So, remember how I said only one of the 4 windows works in this car? That's sitting like that. And that's the plug for it. Those 2 plugs go to those 2 spots because that needs to be rotated 90 degrees. Always a fun time, but that's why we're here. So, ta-da, hold on.
Okay.
All right, so the reason, if you've ever seen an automatic car, generally unless the car's in park, you can't remove the key. On this car, they do it mechanically. There's a metal cable that goes from the shifter to the back of the column that moves when you move the shifter. Unless the shifter is all the way forward in park, you can't remove the key. So this car has been disassembled before. This cable has a cylindrical housing that's supposed to sit down in here. It wasn't set down properly. So when it sits up here, the cable has kinked into a right angle right here. So even though the car is in park, the cable's not getting pushed in, which is why the cylinder is stuck 1 click forward. So my thought process was deleting this cable here, and that should resolve the key situation, because manuals don't need it, and the customer is all right with not having it.
Perfect. We're gonna update video when it's done. Yep.
Remove the 2 bolts. Looks like it's not a break, but you can see where the assembly was unhappy from being kinked like that. That's not supposed to be a 90-degree angle. That's supposed to be straight through there.
Oh.
But now with this removed, which I'll put through the dash in a bit, boom, key out.
Perfection. Already making improvements.
Let's see if I can. And we don't need this entire assembly any longer. So from there, honestly, the column can go back up.
Perfect.
Hell yeah. All right.
Got the rear seats out.
Next is the rear panels. Oh, my water. All right. Rear convertible speaker boxes are removed, revealing access to the convertible top cylinders, which you can tell have been spewing fluid, which is why the top doesn't actuate on its own. So we're gonna free the cylinders, unscrew the fittings, and remove them. And it's gonna stay removed for a few days because I don't have the new cylinders in the mail yet. But that way, when the new cylinders get here, it'll be as simple as pop them in, fill the pump, bleed and burp the system, test for functionality, put back together, the usual. All right. Hydraulic top cylinders have been removed, and as you can see, the seals are definitely blown out of them. So, goal was to replace the top cylinders and fill pump. But upon removal of the driver's side top cylinder, something came into view that I couldn't see while it was still in its position. This line is kinked to high hell. That metal fitting is bent to shit. I would not trust that to seal. So, granted, I will have to let our customer know and see if he wants to, A, replace the hydraulic lines along with the cylinders to get the top functioning back working. B, if he decides it's like, it's more worth it, because the line set's probably going to give me like $40 or so, $50 secondhand, because you can't get them new. So I'm like, or I might say B, screw it, didn't really care about the top anyway, put it back the way it was. Or C, he could do what Walker did and just delete his entire hydraulic system, make the top manual. We'll see. So we're sitting here on the interior of the car. We got the old hydraulic pump line set for the convertible top removed with the new line set installed. I realized I removed it before I figured out which side goes to which, because there's the lines that go in the back and the lines that go in the front, and then they correspond to the top or the bottom of the new cylinders. So I had to do a little bit of research, but we got them in. The new top cylinders are a good bit beefier than the original top cylinders, so with any luck, not only will we have our convertible top action working again, it should move faster and better than it did from the factory. So we've got them in. I've got them bolted in hand tight. I'm about to tighten them down. Then we're going to take the fill plug off the side of the pump and pump with some ATF, because automatic trans fluid is hydraulic fluid, if you guys didn't know. So going to put some automatic trans fluid into the convertible top and burp all the air out the system. And this thing should work on its own. Right now we just sort of got it propped up on the weight of the cylinders. Yeah. So Walker had a big brain moment. Yeah. Rather than going and unhooking one of the fittings, because I didn't want to pull the plug back out to drain some of the fluid, because it's a pain to get it back in. I was like, just let him do a fitting, because then I can just screw it back in. But if you just push the plug slightly to the side, it'll let the fluid bleed out of it. So we're going to let some of the fluid bleed out of the pump. That way she's not as full. Because right now she's so full that when it pressurizes to move the top, it's trying to push the plug out of the side. So we'll drain it a little bit, and we're going to trial and error it for a second. Drain it, try it a couple times, make sure that it's not inching that plug out. I got to run it for the gram. We already did this test on the camera, because just so y'all know, we are listening. We got between 2 GoPros and 5 batteries, and we're probably inching closer and closer to 10 hours of footage. Pour a monster out and say a prayer for Walker. The unpaid intern turned unpaid editor. Well, no, you're paid. You're paid now.
Not for the editing.
It's all rolled in.
There's your fucking... Yeah.
Pump it up. Pump. Yeah, it does convertible top things again. And it would move a little bit faster if the car was on. Right now, we're just sort of waning on the battery. Yep, but it works. I agreed with the customer. We'd figure out why the windows didn't work. And we figured out the GEM and electrical issues were causing this one to not work. So we have the front 2 working, but the rear 2 still don't work. So what we just did, which we're going to do again for the gram, because we do it for the gram, is we're going to test for a 12-volt connection at the pigtail to the rear convertible window motor. If we get 12 volts, then we know it's getting power. There's no electrical issues. We just have a bad motor. If we don't get 12 volts, then it's an electrical issue. So he's got it probed, power, and ground. I'm going to hit the switch right here. And see, we get that 11.7, 11.9. So that shows that it is receiving voltage when I click the switch. But yeah, so we got 12 volts at the click on. We tested out on both sides, meaning both window motors are getting power, but neither window motor works. So if our customer would like to have all 4 of the windows working, both sides are going to need a new window motor. Or if he's fine with just rocking it like a coupe, then it's fine. The only thing is, when you have a convertible, you're supposed to roll these windows down when you actuate the top. Otherwise, the top can brush up and hit this glass, and you can shatter it or you can damage your motors. So it's sort of if you want working top, it's heavily advised to have working motors. You don't have to. You just got to do it slowly and watch the position of your windows. But I think we're wrapping up on everything electrical on this car. Which means next up is replacing the hood latch cable that's busted down there, and we're gonna work our way to the front slowly. This is the process of feeding in a new hood latch cable through the firewall underneath the dashboard where my body is currently twisted. While Walker attempts to find the hole up top, he's not finding it. The hole's not supposed to be pointy.
I'm saying that.
We've got new hood latch assembly and cable in place. Hood latches, make sure it's still closed, and try to pull it, see if it opens. Hell yeah. New cable assembly ran. That's what I'm talking about. New kick panel in, new hood latch cable in. Yes, come my trusty assistant. This is the part where we saw you in half.
That's all she wrote for the interior part, besides the rear seats, right? So yeah.
So we accomplished just about everything we wanted to do today. We got the roof working. We determined what the problem was with the rear windows, which it is indeed faulty motors on both sides. They have just both met their expiration date. We reassembled the underside of the dash with a new hood latch cable, a new driver's side kick panel, and a new steering column nut, so it has all four retaining it again. And the hood pops and opens as it should. We don't have to stick pliers past the emblem in the hood to yank the hood open anymore. So today was more of the slow, tedious, but definitely worthwhile things to be done. And progress is progress. So we'll let our customer know about the rear window situation, see what he wants to do as far as that goes. But main thing we're looking to get forward into otherwise is the front suspension. And then we get to touch the motor.
Yeah, well, next episode is rear suspension, but we've already done that. I just gotta edit it.
Oh yeah, because everything's, y'all are seeing this in a very weird order. In an
Star
order that
Wars
makes
style.
sense. Oh God. Oh God.
Yeah.
It'll make sense in the playlist.
Thank you for watching.
If you watched.
They definitely watched. Everyone been asking for this. And if they don't watch, I'm gonna be really fucking pissed. like you guys.
I'm gonna send Walker to your
Listen,
neighborhood to rip him out if you didn't give me
I've spent hours editing. YouTube is no joke.